Shalom, and welcome to another installment of Apostles of GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Today's topic is going to be entitled, let me read it first, so I can get the writing down packed. Yeah, the title is "These Are They Which Were Not Defiled with Women," and that's quoted from Revelation, the 14th chapter, which we're going to start this thing off on reading the book of Revelation, or going through the book of Revelation, the 14th chapter. And if the Spirit leads us to any other breakdowns, we'll deal with it. But that woman right there, you know, certain guys will read it and say that it's talking about an actual woman that you meet that really casts you out the truth, which is partially true, but it's really talking about these philosophies and these different guys like the flat earth thing and black consciousness movement, Islam, the Moors. Those are all women. Okay, so it says we would not be defiled by them women, man. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, because, you know, you see that happening a lot right now. And like just like a woman, you know, these different doctrines, they're alluring, you know. They have that alluring thing about them. You know, like you have some women that'll tempt you and allure you, you know, and they have that alluring spirit, and, you know, and then the woman's married and shit, but, you know, here it is, she's tempting men to come lay down with her, you know, have sex with her, you know, and men fall for that because she's makes it seem so good, so right. You know, and that's how these philosophies are. That's what the scriptures say, that the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, you know, but shall give heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. You know, and those doctrines of devils, they're seducing. Yeah,
when you said that the woman is alluring and makes it feel so good and so right, it reminded me of the song by Brenda Russell out of Canada. She sung a song called "So Good, So Right to Be With You Tonight." You know? So, but then that's that alluring of that. See, women, man, they know how to make themselves up and make you weak, man. And you can't be weak. And a lot of these guys get weak to these different philosophies and so forth. All right.
This is our Proverbs chapter 5, verse 3. It says, "For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil." You know, so it seems right. You know, it's everything seems like it's in place. You know, I mean, there's been many different doctrines over the years, but the latest one is a flat earth thing. You know, and even, you know, my man Rakah from the GOCC, you know, he even went into the flat earth thing, you know, and was breaking it down.
We're not even going to call you Bubble Eyes no more. You know, we did it just to get on you. You know, but hey, you better get the rest of this thing correct. But you went into it, you broke it down the way you're supposed to break it down, dealing with simple common sense.
It's not a conspiracy, that's just the truth.
And you went in and so you had that look of anger in your eyes, like, how the hell can people believe in this bullshit, all right? And I believe you got it from us because it was our men that got enchanted by that bullshit, that demon. So you even got mad, you know, which we got a lot. We're one big family, right? Because even though we have different ways about us, we're all Israelites. And at the end of this deal, in the kingdom, we all going to be a family any goddamn way. We're just going through our different things, but we are big brother. Okay, we the top. We're the oldest sons, man. You know, you guys are going, like I got to say, you guys are going, like Alizé, you going off, man. Hey, you know what I noticed about you, Alizé? When we big you up, my elders, I love you guys. But if we rebuke your ass, you got a problem with it, man. And that's contrary to the scriptures, which shows you ain't nothing but a kid.
Because the scriptures say, rebuke a wise man and he will love thee. You know? Yeah, if you were wise, you know, you would take heed to the reproof, but you're not wise. But anyways, Proverbs 5 and 3, "For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood," because it's a poison. It's poisonous. What happens when you eat poison? If you eat poison in small amounts, it don't kill you right away. You start feeling sick. You start, and eventually, after a long period of time, you'll die from that poison. It's all in your body. It destroys all your different organs. That's the same thing with these different philosophies. That's what the scriptures say: a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So once it gets in there, it starts to grow. So if you don't kill it, it's going to continue to grow, and it's going to destroy you. Destroy the host, so to speak. Destroy the body. Destroy that righteousness that was in that man. So it says, but her end is bitter, is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell, meaning the grave. So if you take hold of it, like the scriptures say, them seducing spirits are strong. And then once they got hold of you, they got their claws in you, they'll pull you away. And the only way you can get out of a situation like that is if you're part of the elect. If you're part of the elect, the Lord will make a way to escape from that. But these things are coming, and that's and the closer and closer we get to the end, the more and more of these different doctrines and philosophies are going to be coming out from these New Agers, from just to basically to destroy. To try to destroy the validity of the Bible and try to take down as many people as they can with them, but the number's already written. The scriptures say that the people are going to follow after the beast that were not written in the book of life. So all of you out there that are not a part or slated to be delivered, that are not part of the elect, you're going to follow that way because it's going to be alluring to you, and no matter what anybody says to you, it's not going to matter. Because your conscience, like the scripture says, is going to be seared with a hot iron. So once it's seared with a hot iron, it's like a tattoo. You really can't get rid of that tattoo. So it says her feet go down to death, her steps take hold on hell, lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life. Her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. That's when you read the beginning of this chapter. As a matter of fact, it says, my son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding, because it's very critical. Like a baby, when a baby is first born and it's starting to develop, it needs the mother's milk to be nourished, to build up its brain, to build up its organs. That's when you first come into this truth. You're like that baby that's being nourished, and you have to have the right nourishment to build up your spiritual being, your spiritual self. And what happens is if you're not built up spiritually the right way, you're gonna go off in the wrong direction. So that's why it's so imperative and so important for you to build a strong foundation for when you first come into this truth. Don't worry about trying to break down the book of Revelation and the book of Genesis and the book of Daniel. Worry about getting the milk of the scriptures, and then all that other stuff will come later. Yep. But build your foundation first. You had a scripture, Apostle Gabar?
Yeah, precept to back up what you just said. The book of 1 Peter 2, or the second chapter, beginning at the first verse. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, like that flat earth crap, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. So that backs up what you just said.
Yeah, that's the key. For you, that you may grow thereby. Grow how? Grow spiritually.
You notice it says sincere milk of the word, meaning the milk scriptures, the basics.
Which is the sincere. That's sincere. That's the simplicity that's in Yahweh Shai. The easy things, the things that are plain. Just like the truth. The truth is plain. It's simple. It's not hard. It's not complicated. But a lot of you guys want to make the truth to be complicated. That's where you get caught up in the madness. You get caught up in that web, that matrix, and before you know it, you out the truth. And them spirits are so strong, and them seducing spirits are so strong and so seducing and so alluring, you still think you're in the truth. You still think you're right, and everybody else is wrong. Back in Proverbs 5:2, that thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. And that's the point, that you may regard discretion. In other words, that you may be able to be able to discern between these different breakdowns or these different philosophies that are out there. You know, because you have what? Your foundation set in your Yahushai. You had another precept?
Yep. The book of 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, beginning at the 1st verse. And I, brethren, now this is the Paul speaking to the Israelites in Corinth, Greece, which is out of all the group of Israelites the Apostle Paul went to, he had the most problem with the Israelites in Corinth, Greece. That's why the longest letter is to those individuals in Corinth, Greece, who call themselves Corinthians. It says, and I, brethren, again, the Apostle Paul speaking, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Yahushai. So he's telling you right there that the babes in Yahushai, they first start out carnal,
Right.
but then they get spiritual. That's that grow thereby.
Growth, yep.
You don't start out spiritual and you start out carnal first, then your understanding grows, and then you become more and more spiritual.
That's right.
And some of you guys out there, man, you're not spiritual. You think you're spiritual,
Right.
but you're really carnal,
You're deceived.
What's that?
And they're deceived.
That because they're carnal.
Yep.
Like with you like case in point, you believe every Israelite is going to look like Wesley Snipes. Mm-hmm. You're carnal, man. As if the Most High, his power, he can't make an Israelite to look like any other nation. When the nation of Israel is scattered among all nations, like the scripture says. So for you to believe that all Israelites are going to look like Wesley Snipes, you are carnal, man. All right? Reading on, it says, I have fed you with milk. The second verse, I have fed you with milk. So just to back up what Apostle Elder Ramlab said, you first start with the milk, the basics. All right? I have fed you with milk and not with meat. So you got milk and you got meat, right?
Yep.
For hitherto you were not able to bear it. Like the rape issue. There's your example, the rape issue. That's like meat, and it's meat. Yeah, a lot of guys couldn't bear it, man.
All them different camps choked on it, and when Polite, because Polite ain't nothing but a big kid any goddamn way, he even saw the truth, because he corrected that jughead, Alizé. I should take that back, because he's going to get mad as hell.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right? Hey, but you know what? We throw pot shots at the nigga, He's going to come back with some
Sulky
shit.
dog.
But this is the thing. Even Polite corrected you out there in the West, man. Out there on the uttermost part of the earth. Yeah, he went into the Hebrew. Even Polite went into the blue letter.
Yeah, he went
He
in
said,
the...
well, them brothers got something.
Yeah.
He went and read it and broke it down the way we would break it down.
Messed you up.
And the reason why you couldn't see it, my man, is because you are still a baby, man.
That's right.
As Nate said, you're a baby. You're still a baby. You're a baby in this thing. Like I said before, when we big you up about something, those are my elders. Those are my elders, yeah. But then when we rebuke you, you get an attitude about it, man. So that shows you that you ain't right. And no, we ain't forgot about you, my man. I'm talking about Mac 10. Look, man, you're going to be out of there soon. You are going through a tailspin. The spirit is not working with you. The spirit never worked with you, okay?
Right.
And then this guy's saying that all your men call you masters. Ain't nobody call me a master. I don't know if they do it. They secretly calling me a master. But didn't you say I was the Apostle Paul? Huh? Didn't you give me a letter? Oh, I know you're the Apostle Paul. Was you spiritual back there? So now I'm a nobody, huh?
Yeah, going back to what...
It's amazing.
Hey, maybe he was part of the Church of Corinth. I have fed you, the second verse, 3rd chapter. And them guys that don't want to be rebuked or reproved, how are you going to grow if you're not rebuked and reproved? Even Yahushua rebuked and reproved the 12, when they were all cursing each other out. And Yahushua, they were saying, who is the greatest among them? And Yahushua brought a little child, and said, unless you be like this little child, in spirit, you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. So they got reproved and rebuked right there, the 12. So you what makes you think you're above getting reproved and rebuked, man? That's how you grow. But you like the Apostle Elatar said, you're carnal. You're a baby. That's why you don't understand that. I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto you were not able to bear. Now, we gave you an example of the rape issue, the Cornelius issue, the fact that not every Israelite is going to look like John Schaff, you know. Neither yet now are ye able, for ye are yet carnal, for whereas is among you envying and strife and divisions, are ye not carnal and walk as men? Like case in point with Alizé, you when you rebuke the guy, there's envying, there's strife. And he's a newbie, man. He just came in this thing of ours. And all of a sudden you got all this, you found your voice now. All of a sudden you got all this so-called quote-unquote wisdom.
Me and the brother Hakai going in was, came on this.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Alright, so
This is for you, Alizé. Proverbs 9:8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. And that's you. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. So when we rebuke you, you get an attitude, man. Let me read it again. Reprove not a scorner, which you are a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Now you got some goddamn nerve, and this always happens. It's a pattern. You got guys that come into the truth, right? They'll either go with Nate, they'll either go with General Johanna, they'll go with HODC, they'll go with Ricard, the GOCC, which we're not going to call him Bubble Eyes no more because the breakdown that you did was on point, so we're going to give him props, okay? The Lord ain't dealing with him yet. He got to graduate. Okay, he got to throw all that shit that he got, throw it all out the window, and he got to start all over again, man. And then you got to follow the men of the Most High, the true men of the Most High. Okay, but anyway, you guys come in, whether you follow us, follow Nate, or follow whoever, and then you learn. And then it's always after like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years that all of a sudden the Most High is dealing with you. And you over us. But you had to learn from somebody. You didn't come in 2 weeks talking about, first of all, you come and talk about, look, I know the truth. I said, look, nigga, you keep it moving. See, you figure you learned everything. You learned the breakdowns. You learned the Hebrew. Oh, Alizé, you call on the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Why? Did you figure that shit out? No, you did not. You got it from us, man. You didn't follow Nate and call on the name of the Most High and Christ bless. You call on the name of Yahweh. You didn't call him Ahiah or Yeshaya or Yahshua or Yahuwah or Jehovah. You call him Yahweh. Why? Because of us. The 12 tribes, you never really went and see if the 12 tribes were correct. You went by what we taught you, what we were taught by our elders, starting with Ariyah on down. Masha, Ariyah, and Yaquab. Really Ariyah. Because he was the Most High put the spirit on him to get into them breakdowns and stuff. So everything that you got was from us. All of a sudden now, you made a comment when I asked you the question. What was it? Speak for a minute. I'm gonna find the scripture. I'm gonna ask you the question again. Know your black ass, high yellow ass ain't got the answer, nigga.
I got a precept for you. Okay. The book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, the 7th chapter, the 5th verse.